I'm gonna tell you straight up, if you a man, don't watch this. This ain't got nothing to do with y'all. This is strictly for my ladies. Period. Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So today this video is going to be me telling you guys everything they don't tell you about pregnancy. There is a TMI warning. I just want to let y'all know now. This is strictly for us ladies, okay? Y'all know, if you know, you know. I'm just gonna talk about it. So if you want to hear everything that they don't tell you about pregnancy, keep on watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss when I post. And let's get into it. So I'm almost 7 months now. Yes, I'm almost 7 months. And I just really want to, give y'all the real, the raw, and the uncut about the, like, what, like, they tell you certain things, but they don't tell you everything. They don't tell you everything. So, all right, let's start with the first trimester. So, well, I didn't find out I was pregnant until almost my second trimester. I was almost in my second trimester when I found out I was pregnant. So let's see, I got pregnant in June. Didn't know I was pregnant in June, didn't know I was pregnant in July. Didn't find out I was pregnant until like August. If you saw the video of how I found out I was pregnant, I'll link that in the description box below so y'all can know, that whole story. Yeah, so around August, I was like 13 weeks. So yeah, I was almost approaching my second trimester. It was hell. It was hell. Like, they tell you about morning sickness, right? Oh, you're gonna be throwing up, da 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 da. But you're not thinking that, like, you're not thinking that you're gonna be gagging. So like, you thinking you're gonna just be regularly throwing up, food and all of that stuff. Nah, bro. Let me tell you what happened to me. So every single morning before anything would even touch my stomach, when I would brush my teeth, I would gag. Like, you would gag. Oh my gosh, it's the worst feeling ever. You would gag, right? It's like, you brush your tongue and you like that there, and then all of a sudden, the empty fluids that's rumbling and tumbling all up in there is coming out. Okay, and then it's so, oh my gosh, it's so bad because it's almost like you choking, and then all of that stuff is coming out. And then there's nothing there. So sometimes there's nothing there, but you just gagging, and it's so terrible, bro. That happened to me every single morning. Honestly, it was still happening to me till like recently. I want to say like last week, and I find that I had to change my toothpaste. I had to change my toothpaste because I was using Colgate, and now I only use Arm & Hammer baking soda and peroxide toothpaste, because now, like, as big as I am, I mean, Jesus, big as I am, when you gagging, I was gagging, and it hurts now because now you're contracting. It makes you contract. You're contracting because you're trying to bring something up to come out, and you're hurting your baby. So then that hurts, and then it hurts you, and it hurts your baby. So one, let me tell you, change your toothpaste. change your toothpaste. Don't use Colgate. Don't use Colgate. Don't use Colgate at all. Not the gel, not the paste. Arm & Hammer. Change it. Change it. Your life will change. Change it. So that happened. And then like, the way my senses changed was crazy. Everything changed. Like certain lotions made like my nose, like the smell of stuff, it would literally make me want to throw up. Like there was this lotion I was using by Vaseline, and it was the green bottle, and I was using that, and all of a sudden it started smelling so stank to me. It was so stank, and at that time I hadn't bought the lotion. I thought it was just me. I thought I was tripping. No, it was that lotion. So I had to stop using that lotion. The way you eat changes. Like I used to love Panda Express. Like chow mein. Can't eat that. It's disgusting. Everything, every little thing, the smells and the texture. Like I was already a texture, like if you're about texture now, I can't eat anything that texture if that texture ain't right. My baby don't like that. Oh my gosh, like it's weird. Everything you like now, when you get pregnant, that's gonna change. It's gonna be some stuff that you love that you ain't even gonna want to eat no more, because your baby is not gonna like that at all. No. Okay, what's next? Let's talk about body changes. Let's talk about body changes. So when I first found out I was pregnant, my boobs grew overnight. Seems like I woke up with, I went to sleep with a C, I woke up with a D. They hurt so bad. Like the whole thing about, oh, you gonna have big boobs when you pregnant. Oh, they're gonna be so big and perky. Da 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 da. No. Like, and I knew it wouldn't be like that, but I kind of thought that, okay, I just have, bigger boobs when I get pregnant, because, before I got pregnant, like my boobs are like an insecure part of my body. Like I don't like my boobs at all. Okay, no. So I was like, okay, when I get pregnant, have a baby, I'm gonna have, big boobs. Da, da, da. Now I got big boobs and now I want them. It's not even that I wanted big boobs. I just wanted a lift, as we all do. So now I'm like, all right, take me back to when I was a C, because being a D ain't for me. Okay, bars. It ain't for me. It ain't for... I'm sick of it. They hurt so bad. It feels like somebody has a bat and they're constantly hitting you in your boobs in the same spots over and over and over again. And then like they're oh my gosh, they're like big, and yeah, maybe it's just me. I just don't like them at all. So yeah, let me know if that was like like a struggle for you too. If you struggled with getting used to your boobs. I can tell right now, I ain't never gonna get used to my boobs. And when I start nursing, I'm still not gonna get used to them, because I am gonna breastfeed. I'm gonna breastfeed for 6 months. Hopefully my baby takes to like latches on. Hopefully she likes it. Hopefully, I'm able to. Hopefully my body is able able to handle it. The boob change is really, oh my gosh. And then they start to look completely different. They change right before your eyes. Literally. They don't look the same. Not even just in size, but in what happens during it. You'll see. Okay, y'all will see. Y'all will see. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Let's talk about moles. How I got a million moles growing on my body now. I ain't never had no moles like moles just everywhere. Moles. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, initially I was like, this is a scab. I thought it was a scab. I was like, and then boom, woke up with another one. Moles on my back, moles all on my chest, moles on my legs, moles everywhere. And I'm just like, I could do without this, because they're not just like just like the moles that don't poke out. These actually poke out a little bit, and you can feel them. Like, you can't just see them, you can feel them, and then they feel annoying. They feel annoying. So annoying. And then what else? Let's talk about body pain, because this is something I wasn't ready for. Because ain't nobody tell me nothing about this. So you know, when you get in a certain amount of weeks, you have to sleep on your side, right or left side. You can't sleep on your back. So when you sleeping on your side and you on that one side for a long time, your hips are going to cramp up. And they're going to hurt so bad that you're going to have to get out of the bed and stretch or walk out or walk around, or you're going to have to flip over to the other side, and then the same thing is going to happen to the other side too. So like, your sleep is going to be thrown off because you're going to be in pain. You're going to be in pain. And that still happens to me now. Okay, it hurts. It hurts very bad. Back pain, like, okay, we knew about back pain. You feel it, it's so intense. Like, your back can, listen, when you get pregnant, my thing, I like to clean the house. I clean. And I used to do that before I got pregnant. Now, if I'm sweeping for too long, my back is hurting. And I just be trying to ignore it, because it's just in me. I have to clean. My back be hurting so bad. Oh my gosh. My back hurting right now. It's just gonna always hurt. Your back is gonna always hurt. It's always gonna hurt. So let's also talk about Braxton Hicks contractions. Nobody gave me the full rundown on Braxton Hicks contractions. So just the other night, I feel this pain in my ribs and in my back. It's like here, going to like the middle of my back. And oh my gosh, it was so bad. That pain was on like 100, and I was almost in tears. It hurt so bad. It was random. It came out of nowhere, and I couldn't lay down. No way, no side, back, nothing. I could not lay down at all. I couldn't even like position myself to lay back to go to my side. It hurt so bad. And I had told my mom, and she was like, well, maybe you should look up when you would start having Braxton Hicks contractions, because she started having hers at like 7 months, and I'm almost 7 months. So I was like, okay. And then she told me that every time she had Braxton Hicks contractions, she had my dad rush her to the hospital because she thought she was going into labor. And then she told me, because when I looked it up, I thought Braxton Hicks contractions would only be in the stomach. So then she told me that it would hit in any part of your body. Well, around that area. So it'll hit in my back and my ribs and all of that stuff. And I'm just like, I don't ever want to feel that again. I don't wish that feeling on my worst enemy. Okay? If I can't even like fully explain the feeling of Braxton Hicks contractions, okay? It's just let's see, the next thing we're going to talk about, your lady parts. You heard me. Your lady parts. I don't even know where to start. Oh my gosh. I don't even know where to start. So, your lady parts are the most sensitive part of the body. Yeah. So when you get pregnant, that sensitivity is going to be way up there. Way more sensitive than before you got pregnant. It doesn't feel regular. It's like, oh my gosh, like your whole body is going to change right before your eyes. Your lady parts are going to be so sensitive. So yeah, and shaving when you're 7 months pregnant, you can't see. You just down there shaving, hoping you don't look like Patchy the Pirate by the time you're done. Yeah. I use Aveeno shaving cream, and it's for sensitive skin, so that works for me. But you can't see. So you just like having to just shave what you feel and hope everything works out for best. Okay. Let's talk about your first prenatal ultrasound. Your first prenatal ultrasound is vaginal. So your lady parts are going to be so sensitive when you go to your first prenatal ultrasound. And I gave the TMI warning, okay? If you don't want to hear this, don't hear it. But it's the truth. It's the truth. You're going to bleed. When they stick that thing in you and they do that click, 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 and it's normal. It's normal. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's not going to be like, oh, it's not going. No, it's going to happen. My doctor told me, hey, this may happen. It's normal. It's okay. Don't panic. But I didn't know it was going to be that much, bro. It looked like a murder scene. I was so happy to be done with that. And I don't ever want to have another vaginal ultrasound ever again in my life. And maybe when I have my second baby and I know I'm going to have one. I mean, I can say I don't want one, but I'm going to have one when I have another baby. I just hope it's not as bad as it is with this one, because this is my first baby. Yeah, that was like, if your doctor, if you are pregnant and you haven't had your first prenatal ultrasound yet, if your doctor does not warn you about the bleeding, you are going to panic. You're going to panic. You're going to lose your mind. I'm so glad my doctor told me, hey, this is normal, this is going to happen. So don't panic. Because had she not, I would have lost my mind in that doggone doctor's office. I would have lost my damn mind. I would have went clear into a panic attack, okay? So I'm so glad that I was warned and that it's normal. Yeah, that was that. And then it doesn't just happen and then it stops like before you leave. No, it's going to linger throughout the day. So they're going to give you either a pad or a tampon. And then it shouldn't last past that day. It shouldn't last to the next day or nothing like that. It should literally stop after that day. The bleeding should stop. But yeah, it is really intense. Really intense. Ugh. Okay, what else? Well, you already know your feet are going to swell, your ankles are going to swell. I never had ankles in the first place, so I didn't really notice my ankles swelling until my mama said something. And she thought, like, she was like, oh, is this normal? Your ankles getting real swollen. They look swollen. I said, oh, I can't tell the difference because I never had ankles in the first place. I mean, I always had fat ankles. My nickname was Cankles in high school, so I never had ankles or knees. They said my knees were fat. I never had knees either. It's just straight meat. So I never saw a difference until it was brought to my attention. But I'm having a girl. So the things I'm mentioning is stuff that I'm experiencing with the baby girl. I'm not having a boy. So some boys, I mean, y'all may be able to relate to some of the things, but you know, if you have a boy, you may have experienced the spits. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I didn't have the spits. And if you have a boy and you had the spits and you can relate, you know what I'm talking about, put comment down below. Cause I know people who experience the spits have boys. You're gonna always be tired. That's a given. You're gonna always be tired. Always. Like, and especially like I work 11 o'clock to 7:30. So my day, Cinnamon's getting comfortable. So my day, I always try and get everything done with, I always try and wake up earlier so I can get certain stuff done with my channel. It don't happen like that because my job is so tiring and the day just goes by so slow. By the time I finish doing anything, like I have to literally motivate myself. Okay, I have to get this done, because my goal for my channel is to post every 2 to 3 days. I have this thing in my mind, in my head, of consistency. I have to stay consistent. Okay, I cannot fall off. So that is what keeps me motivated to still film by the time I'm off. The only way I won't film is if I'm just like so drained and my body hurts like so bad. But my job is so tiring that when I go to sleep, I be like, okay, I'm gonna set my alarm for 7 o'clock. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna go to the stove, I'm gonna film, I'm gonna do all of this before 11 o'clock. Girl, that alarm go off. And you know, I set my alarms. I said, if I'm gonna get up at 7 o'clock, I set my alarm 6 o'clock, 6:45, then 7. Or I do 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 7:15, 7:30. Either way, all of that go off, and I ain't getting out of bed till 9:30, 10 o'clock. Because I be that tired. Like, I be having all the good intentions, but my body do not be having it. I be tired. I be tired. I sit on the phones all day and I talk to these people that make my skin crawl. Like, it's like hearing their voice make my back hurt. And that calls, and then like my back hurt, and then my feet start hurting, and then they keep calling. Like, my job is tiring. My job is tiring. Mentally tiring. And it makes you not want to do anything afterwards. It make you feel like you don't want to talk to nobody when you get done. When I clock out, I don't really want to talk to nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't. If I don't reach out to you first, or if I'm not already in a conversation with you before I go on the clock or something like that, I'm not going to call you when I get off. Unless you my boyfriend. Unless you Devontae, I'm not going to call you when I get off work. Only thing that I be wanting to do is eat, shower, and sleep. Okay guys, so that is the end of the video. I believe I hit everything. I told you guys everything that I have experienced during my pregnancy up till now. If you have experienced anything that I've mentioned and you can relate, please put it down in the comments, because I would love to hear, you know, how you handled certain things, because I could definitely use those tips. And if you want me to give any tips, I'd be happy to give some as well. I also hope this video was very helpful to anybody who is pregnant and hasn't experienced anything yet, or you know, maybe they haven't found out they were pregnant and they're pregnant, you know. So yeah, like I said, I hope it was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe after I have the baby, I'll do things they don't tell you about labor and delivery. But I'll think about it, depending on how I'm feeling, child, afterwards. Look, afterwards. But yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss when I post. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.